back to the Los Kitchen series. You are cooking with Mac. I am your chef, G Mac. Got another special one here for you today. This is a household special, man. This one I learned from Mom, so shout out to Moms if you're watching. Anyone that knows her, this is one of the things that she cooks that I really fuck with, that I want to introduce to y'all. Like I said, still hits all the check boxes here. Whether you blowing some L's, catching a nice little fade, and you're done with all the junk food, and you want to make a real food as well. As if maybe you're trying to impress that lady, this is something very easy, cost efficient, and I promise you the aesthetics, everything, it will pass, right? If you just follow the steps the way I tell you to do it, it's going to be great. All right, as well, if it's for any situation that requires you bringing a plate, a platter, or anything like that, this will definitely pass, as well as it will get you on those annoying emails, whether you want to or not. That's how good it is. So again, we're going to work on a little stir fry today. It's very, very simple, doesn't cost much, the time isn't much. Again, it's a household favorite, got it from Moms, so definitely want to share that with y'all. Hope y'all are doing good out there. I know it's a little chilly. Hope y'all are bundling up out there. We're going to jump into it. First, we're going to get the broccoli, get that steamed, and then we'll move on from there. So, if you got your pan ready, you know what I'm saying, you got your girl coming, maybe you're going to meet up with her maybe an hour or two, set aside enough time so you can get this right for her, because you want to make sure everything's impressive, because sometimes it's more than just the food. Make sure the spread is looking nice too, make sure the plates, silverware, all that shit, got the nice drinks ready, right? Gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta set it up right, alright? I'll make sure the food's gonna be great for you, you gotta do the rest, alright? Now if you're catching a nice little fade, maybe you're watching some sports, basketball, football, getting close to the end of the season, catching a lot of L's, you don't want the junk food, as well as hits the healthy board too, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're pressing that girl, anytime you get the healthy, says it's somewhat healthy, you know it's a banger for that keto shit. Checks all the boxes, I'm telling you. If you don't get her, it is not the food, it is you. Alright? So, make sure y'all nasty asses wash your hands, wash the broccoli, and then we're gonna get started, alright? So now I already washed the broccoli. I shouldn't be having to show you guys how to wash your hands or wash the produce, but you should always wash that shit, alright? You know, you've seen the documentaries out there, they be putting wild shit on the veggies to make sure it lasts longer in the stores, okay? So make sure we wash all that shit. So I already washed all my shit, got it ready. So I got my shit in the bowl. We're gonna go ahead and get the broccoli, get it steamed. Alright. Alright, so we got our skillet right here, ready. Got our produce in the bowl. First, I like to start off, like to hit it with a little garlic, a little minced garlic. I'd say about a spoon will be good. Kind of spread that mug around, right? Let's get some of that going. Spread that mug around. Let that kind of simmer for a little bit with the skillet. I like to mess with it about 250 on it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it cooking too fast. You want it just right, right? You gotta mess around with the temperatures, whatever works for you. My skillet's old. It's been through war times. So we're gonna let it ride with 250. Should be perfect. Gonna hit it over the top. Kind of let the heat kind of get in there. We're gonna sizzle it in there, not too long, right? Because you know what I'm saying, we don't want this to get all burnt, gross, stuck on the pan. One of the worst things you can do, right? So just gonna let it get warmed up here for a little bit. Like to put the top on just so it kind of captures all the heat, so it cooks above and bottom. I give it about, I don't know, not too long. You start hearing it sizzle, you already know it's good. Looks like it is sizzling, so we're already getting at the right one here. So like I said, it didn't take long. I was just talking to y'all and saying they already got it going. Alright, so now we got that going. This is purely for taste. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hit it over the head with a cup of water. Right? Put this mug in there, right? We don't want nothing sticking to it. As well as we are gonna hit it over the head with your broccoli. Let's go ahead and hit this broccoli. Now if you buy broccoli, understand you gotta chop this mug, alright? So we chop this bad boy into little pieces, right? We don't want big ass trees in our stir fry. But you can freak it however you like, man. However you want to do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. But we got the broccoli in here. We're gonna go ahead, cover this bad boy up. You don't want to get too crazy, right? Because if you do it too crazy, it will like kind of fall apart, right? Like I've had it where it falls apart and it just kind of looks like you know what I'm saying, like it's just like green, because it goes around the chicken. It's just gonna be it's gonna be like green chicken, right? And it looks horrible, it looks awful. Still tastes great. It can still taste good and it still hits the aesthetics and all that. But we're looking for the aesthetics, right? Especially if you're trying to impress the girl, co-workers. I don't know if you guys alter your guys' taste, you know, maybe when you're catching a little bit too much of a fade or something, you know, you look at something and you're like, oh, that's kind of giving me the gross vibes. Because if you get the gross vibes, it's always not good, right? Anything kind of kills the taste or the hunger on anything. I'm kind of like that with bananas. Weird fact about that. I fuck with bananas, man, but like sometimes I can't even finish a banana or start making me gag. I don't know why. Tastes good, helps the cramps if I'm working out or something. It's great, but sometimes I just can't do it all the time. So one of those things you don't want to gross yourself out, especially if it doesn't look good, even though it tastes fire, right? Because I'm never going to steer you wrong about that. So we're going to let this bad boy go for a little bit. Like I said, about 10 minutes. You can kind of judge it. Make sure it doesn't get too squishy, too crazy. Still want it to be, you know, you want it to be, you want it to kind of cook, you know, steam it out. Steamed broccoli is what we're going with right now. So you got 10 minutes. You already know what that means. Beer time. Roll up. Make sure you revise your notes. And hey, at this point, if you get your girl, if you're getting ready for a female to come over, your date or whatever it is, start setting up around. Get the table cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Get everything going. Whatever it takes to waste that 10 minutes, all right? We'll be right back. All right, so we got our 10 minutes up. For our people catching those fades, about a beer, depending how you drink, beer and a half. You're getting real crazy. You know what I'm saying? I do this on different days, so sometimes you can't get too crazy. But this baby's looking good. Like I said, you don't want to overcook them. So we're going to go ahead, take them out, put them in the container for right now. Let it simmer. But yeah, these babies look good, man. Looking real good. Get these out. So yep, we're gonna go ahead and get these out. Then we're gonna move on to our next step. Got to start messing with the chicken, the meat. But yeah, man, it's not too hard. Just want to kind of smoke these bad boys or steam these bad boys up. I know when I grew up, man, I wasn't really a fan of like, you know, steamed vegetables, man. But for some reason, broccoli kind of took my heart, man. But carrots, you know, I'm still kind of, you know, they say as you get older, you know, your taste buds change. A lot of things. I like to believe that's true. But I guess I'm just a creature of habit of sorts. You know what I'm saying? Because like man, there's a lot of things that I didn't fuck with as a kid that I kind of still don't fuck with now. And carrots is kind of one of those, man. I like carrots. I like most veggies just kind of by itself, you know, not cooked. Not to say they taste bad, but like for some reason carrots, I don't know if it's just because of the mushiness or I don't know, man. It just don't taste. It just don't hit the same, man. And you know, I like it the way Bugs Bunny had it. You know what I'm saying? That seemed like he had it going on the right way. But you know, I digress. So we got these bad boys on here. Now that we got them back, now we got them in the container. Let's go ahead and move to our meat. We're gonna be working with chicken breast today. Okay, got them here. Got a nice little thigh, or I guess they're chicken breasts, they're not thighs, but chicken breasts. I don't know why I was thinking of thighs. Must be cooking for a date. But yeah, man. Once we got our breasts here, I'm gonna go ahead and slice them. This is kind of the most tedious part of it, is we're gonna slice little lines out of them, right? But not the lines y'all be doing, man. Let's not get crazy on here, all right? But we're just gonna go ahead and get these bad boys cut. All right, get these nice little lines going. Again, not the lines y'all be doing, man. Let's not get too crazy up in here. All right, I know we be lit sometimes, but we ain't getting that lit. All right, save your noses for the roses. That's what Currency always said. Shout out to Spitta. Real music heads know. Again, just kind of cutting straight lines here. Looks good, looking good, looking good. All right, so we got these bad boys going. Let's get the last one. I got 3 of them in here. Came in the pack. You know, so you do what you do. Work what you work with. The more the better, right? In case you fuck up, you can make a quick audible, right? Always have a backup plan, especially for the novices out there. First time, man, cooking can be very intimidating, especially when you're hungry and you fuck up the cooking. You gotta eat that shit. Very intimidating, man. It can really fuck up your experience. But financially, way better, man. Don't be wasting your money out there getting food paying $40 a fucking plate when you can make that same plate cheaper and more of abundance, man. Put the rest of that shit in the fridge, right? All right, so now that we got our little strips here, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and bounce these, kind of cut them, break them down, right? I like to do them in, I guess, 3s. Can put them in 3s right here. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So start splitting them up once you get your strips. All right. So once you get your strips, go ahead and put them in a nice little container, right? Because we still got to season them, get them right before we start hitting them on the pan. So now we need more of these strips. All right, still hitting them. This one came out kind of big, so I'm gonna have to freak this one out a little bit. Yeah, this one kind of came out crazy. So yeah, man, depending on how your strips are, you kind of want to break them down a little bit. You don't really want them too big for a stir fry, right? I know some of y'all monsters out there like to, man, the bigger the piece, the better. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the girl, you start hitting your girl with your date with the health reasons, and then you serving her big ass portions, kind of defeats the purpose, right? Especially with the year coming to the end, the new year, new me shit's about to hit. You already know how that goes. Everyone gets that gym membership. Start hitting the 10-day, 20-day, 50-day, no alcohol challenge. You know how that bullshit goes, right? So, some way to be supportive, make some healthy shit, and then it tastes good, man. That's kind of my goal, man. Cause one of the things that was really crazy in my household, is man, when my mom went on a diet, man, she did all that shit, man. When something new came, she was always trying to try it, man. And if she went on a diet, the whole fucking house went on a diet, man. And man, some of that shit was egregious. The shit that y'all was doing back in the 90s and early 2000s for your guys' weight loss to keep that waist clean and all that shit was egregious, man. Wasn't even worth it. I'd rather be fat. That's what I told myself, man. Sometimes a little bit too much of something, man, can be too much, right? So, yeah. I was like, fuck that, fast food, right? And then you realize that shit hit in your pocket. Not worth it when it starts affecting the cause, man. Especially when you got a family, man. So, we got them now. Got it going, got it in our container. Now we're going to move on to the spices. Got our chicken all sliced up here. Now it's time to hit it over the head with the ingredients. Got our salt, right? You know me, just like to dampen it up here. pepper. So got him with the pepper. Hit it over the head. I don't know why I like this fancy shit. Seems like harder work for me, but I don't know. When you grow up and see these movies, you know, they got that, when you go to a fancy ass restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, that was something I thought I'd never be able to do, is go to these fancy restaurants. I'd be like, do you want some more? How many do you want? Tell me when to stop. You know, and they do that fancy ass shit. Only been to that a couple times, man, in my life. Super overrated feeling. Again, we're hitting it with the cayenne pepper. You know me and the spice, man. Hit it a little bit with the cayenne pepper. Now, another key ingredient that we're going to use, teriyaki sauce. Let's not get crazy with it, but it's a nice little marinating sauce. And actually, for my novices out there taking notes, we are going to use 1/4 cup. Can you believe it? We're actually using a little measurement today. So do a little 1/4 cup. Too crazy. Put it around. And I should preface this. I should have said this before I started messing with the ingredients. When you're cutting the shit, you're cutting the meat, make sure you wash your hands. Anytime you touch your meat, you should be washing your hands. A life rule. Don't be out here shaking people's hands. Date comes, and you know you shaking their hand with meat all on your hands. Come on, man. Let's be better people out here. We're trying to impress, right? So now we got the ingredients in. Got our nice little teriyaki sauce. I like to do, just to get a little crazy, put a little top on it, right? Put a little top on it. Get a little airtight. Kind of mix that mug up. Get it nice and going. Get it feeling crazy. You get it from the top, the bottom, left, right, side to side. So I like to do that. Let that get going. Nice little marinade sauce. Then go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and jump back to the skillet. Now we back to the skillet. Left a little bit of the sesame seeds in it, because it's, like I said, it kind of gives a unique, nice little blend to this. All right, not the sesame seeds, the minced garlic. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and put our meat into our skillet. Should feel good. Should have a nice good little marinade to it. Right, still looking good, a little marinated. So we go ahead and put this in our skillet, start rocking and rolling, get this chicken cooked. So for this one, put it at about the 300. So we want to get this, we're gonna get the chicken rock and roll. We don't really need the chicken to be slow cooked, because you know what I'm saying. We ain't got to worry about it falling apart and making your whole thing look like you're just eating a bunch of seaweed. Because that's how to do it. If you overdo the broccoli, it'll look bad. It'll still taste good, but I'm telling you, especially if you got kids, man, I don't know what's up with kids with being picky, especially when they ain't got no job and stuff. But they look at that, and you tell them it's fire, they looking at you like it's crazy. I mean, they've seen me eat it, because they know it happens, you know. Sometimes I'm doing a bunch of different shit at once. Sometimes you let it go for too long. It's the best part about cooking is the trial and error of it. Trial and error. So they be looking at me crazy, think I'm just eating a bunch of slime and garbage and shit. Like I would be doing that. Like I would stare them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Never once stirred them wrong, and yet they still got room to doubt. But that's why they're themselves, right? Got their own decisions, got their own perspective. They don't know. I didn't appreciate the cook until, you know, I got older. I just kind of expected it to be. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Put the rest of that marinade in there, right? Now that we got it in there, we let this cook for about 20 minutes. Put the top on, right? Let it do its thug dizzle. Get that chicken going. And you already know, 20 minutes, you know what that means. Beer time. Just like that. Got ourselves a nice little stir fry. Got it nice and going. Keeping it on warm right now. Probably gonna turn off here in a bit. Like I said, you don't want like the veggies, man, make it turn into mush, right? Like these little parts of it, the green parts will just go off and turn into sludge, and it'll just turn the chicken green. But did it right, got it done. We'll put it in the bowl, then we sign out. And just like that, we got us a nice little stir fry. Smells so good, don't you agree? Looks good. Has the broccoli flavor over the whole meal. Get a little bit of that garlic, that minced garlic that we put in there earlier. Hit it with a little bit of the teriyaki sauce, definitely kicks in, and then the canyon. You know me, the little spice just tastes so good. Again, stir fry, home favorite. Shout out to moms. It was for you. Couple beers in, doesn't take much time, very cheap, don't need much. You could do it without the spice and just do it the salt, pepper, the minced garlic, and then the teriyaki sauce, and it'll do the same thing. You know me, I like a little spice in my life, so I like my things spicy, so definitely put it that way. Turned out really great. Hope y'all enjoy it. It's gonna pass all the tests. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to balance a fade, trying to keep the night going. This will definitely clear the munchies. Definitely does. I know I go for more than one bowl. You hear the dogs, they going crazy. They love it because I always make too much, and the kids, they never eat enough. So the dogs always get it. So my girl Yenny, my dog, she goes crazy for it. She's excited. If you're impressing that girl, looks good. You know what I'm saying? You got some greens mixed in with the broccoli. You got the broccoli. That's what I meant by the greens. The broccoli. It hits the healthy keto shit. It'll fall for it every single time. End of the year is coming. New year, new me. You know that bullshit. So definitely gonna fall for it. Need a plate for your next gathering, whether it's a potluck, family gathering, holidays. Like I said, holidays are coming up. This dish will definitely not fail. You won't be known as just the plastic spoons and paper plates guy, right? Because we all need it at the potluck, but no one wants to be that guy. So, thank you all for rocking with me. Stir fry, add it to your arsenal. Take notes. Wash your hands. If they don't fall for you, it's not the food, it's you. Y'all have a good one. Peace.